Matthew Davidson here. You may have heard of the recent event of a U.S. student being sentenced to 15 years hard labor in North Korea. He was charged for committing a hostile act against the state. This hostile act being ripping down a political poster. The United States says they advised Americans not to travel to North Korea. The United States has responded to this incident by urging the North Korean government to grant him amnesty. That's like asking a 3-year-old to share his toy just because it's the right thing to do. Mr. Kim Jong-un, can you please give us him back? Pretty please. And this hasn't been the first case of an American being arrested in another country. Countries such as Iran and North Korea are dangerous places for Americans to travel. The United States has little to no relations to each of these countries. This is ironic because in 2014, the United States traded $24 million in medical goods and food to North Korea that they desperately needed. Hey little 3-year-old, please give us him back, pretty please, with no cherry on top, because you get no more food. But this is not the attitude the United States has taken. Their thought is, forget you, toy, we advised you not to go to the 3-year-old. And don't be fooled by Kim Jong-un's size. It appears he has been eating good. Wrong. Do not forget he does not pure poo. It is just a buildup of very small portions throughout his life. Hashtag, when will Kim Jong-un explode? There have been 13 Americans detained in North Korea since 1996. Granted that most prisoners do not serve their entire sentence, but nevertheless, United States citizens have served about 5 combined years in North Korean work camps. We see in the Old and New Testament that we should help everyone in need and not turn our back on anyone. Is the United States not a religious country? In God we trust. Even if we weren't a religious country, it still breaks the ideas of natural law, which is known by every human being. By the United States not doing anything more, they are committing a sin of omission. Although their intent is to not start a war with this country, it is still wrong to leave this man to suffer for an act that is not even sinful. His human dignity has been diminished to rubble as he will work painful hours for his so-called crime. As you can see, the United States has let this go under several occasions. But what are they to do? America has already cut trade to only 20% of the previously traded amount. This was in response to their refusal to follow restrictions of their weaponry program. The food was also not reaching the problem areas. How can one punish an already broken country? Repairing or establishing relations is unlikely. Helping these countries is most likely going to change nothing. It is apparent that the United States has to do something. That's all for tonight. And remember, we advise you don't go to North Korea.